Hello, my friendly viewers. We're doing a Hytale stream today. Today's going to be a different one, though. I've been testing and learning how to do creative mode void worlds, and I've got one started. So I think it'll be a bit of fun. I'm actually working out of what will be the long-term world for the Blizzard Den. As you can see, I'm actually on the server Discovery. I got it approved a little while back, and right now the password isn't public, but once I'm done all my preparations, and also when update 6 comes out into regular channel, I believe that this will be ready to share with all of you. So today it's going to be a laid back, kind of just chill build stream. I will have to see why it keeps getting so cloudy. But yeah, so today's going to be a creative mode stream with a bit of chatting and just kind of some laid back vibes and fun. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we want this to be sunny. That. What about... We want creative? Oh. Yeah, as you can see, I am still kind of getting the hang for a lot of this. So it'll be a learning experience. Is creative how the what I want? No? Weather. Get. Oh no, that is what I want. Okay. So now everything's starting to clear up. Good. So yeah, as you can see, this is what I've got started. The spawn point is in the middle here. And we're just working on creating what we're gonna do here. Alright, let's just... There we go. Alright. So I'm kind of thinking this like kind of teal emerald vibe here will be a good starting point here. Don't know why the music stopped. There we go. Alright. But yeah, it's just gonna be some chill vibes today. If it's your style, tune in, relax, get a snack if you wish, and yeah. Ask me questions or whatever you want to do. I guess it's gonna be a fun time today. Okay. I'm thinking we'll have like the frost trees there, like let's see. Can I just like ooh. I might have to either make it into a creative like adventure mode to plant them, but I want to plant a bunch of these frost trees here, baby. Let's actually test that out. Let's do game mode A, control snow, and let's try that. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and there. I think that would be cool. We will see how that turns out there. So let's also do these. There we go. I will also have to fine-tune all the mods, given we will be having multiple worlds now. Because from what I've read, both the Siegfried and Hexvane, I think they said that they have multiple world support. I know Zigfree did say that in their Discord, that they do have that. Let's see how that turns out. I'm actually quite curious. I think it'll be really cool having like a frostwood forest here. So let's go back to creative. There we go. Didn't realize we planted 32 saplings there. Okay. We want to continue this bit here. How does that go? Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. Why is that not playing? Play. Ah, that's why. All right, sorry about that. Apparently the music kept on starting from the end of the playlist and not the beginning. That's why it kept on stopping. But yeah, I playing around with World Gen as well, so that was a bit of a learning curve too. And it's a really cool tool, World Gen. Like, it lets you kind of re-roll your world if you wish, or even re-roll, like reset certain chunks, or clear a world completely like I've done here. Like, this was a regular world at first, and using the World Gen commands, I was able to clear it completely, and then now it is this void world. And is that wide enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this one here? 1, 2, 3. That is 7. So I need it to be 1 more wide. There we go. And there we go. I did run into an issue earlier when kind of getting this set up the first time. And that was I accidentally deleted the 1 block that I started off with. And when you're in a void world, you have to start with something. And if there's nothing, you can't build. Because you're just literally in the void. So I had to like reconfigure the world with the default 1 block, and then I'll be able to rebuild it. Okay, let's see. All right, and now let's continue off here. There we go. Get the ornate ones there. This isn't like set in stone, but I'm thinking this might be how I have it. Like, I think it would be pretty cool to do it this way. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, that looks it. And then we'll go off here. I am not sure, though, if these will grow. But time does pass, so hopefully they do. And then by the end of this stream, we'll see some of these frostwood trees in place. Okay. Get some more ornate ones, because I need to extend this a bit here. Then I'm going to try and keep on theme with our Blizzard Den name and my handle being Control-Alt-Snow. I'm going to see if I can pull off some pixel art. I'm not sure if that'll be today, but I think today will be mostly building out the foundation, because we're literally starting this world off from nothing. And we'll have like 4 realms. We'll have the kind of adventure SMP realm. And then there'll be a events realm. Then I'll have like the private realm, which will be kind of my testing world / some other stuff. And then we'll have like a creative world for people to have fun in. Like it'll be just a general world that gets reset maybe every few weeks, that people can just explore their different things. But I will have it that this hub world will be kind of static, that people won't be able to do anything in it, because that way it won't ruin the experience for everyone else. Alright, well, let's continue this here. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. I think that's it. Yep. There we go. Alright. Thankfully in creative, I can't just fall to my death, because I have definitely done that a few times while figuring out how to get the permissions right. Okay. That is really cool. Let's make sure. Yep, there we go. Alright, so what else do we want to do? That could be a cool block to use too. And then you might do some custom stuff here, maybe. Like do some custom builds. That could be cool to do. Have one of these in our hub world. Okay, let's see. We could also have some like interesting chests. That could be neat. But let's see. Create buildings when you use it. I am very curious to what this does. Like, I have not tested all these things. Okay, let's place down some foundational layers then. Like, let's fill this in here. Like, yeah, like today it's gonna be kind of building the ground layer and possibly a few buildings. Getting it started. And we'll go from there. We'll be taking any suggestions that people have, even later when this goes up as a VOD. So if you have any ideas that you might want to see in this world for the hub world, feel free to say it in the comments later. But yeah, this is going to be a experiment, a learning experience, and just some fun. I really do like these blocks. Like, they're so cool. Alright, just gonna get these 2 areas filled in. Alright, let's see. So, okay, that is cool. That just places a building. Neat. You know what? I kind of like it. it actually kind of fits. I will need to put a floor. And I'm not a fan of those window type things. But the kind of core of this building, I think is cool. Alright, let's see. Maybe we do ice? Oh, that is cool. Alright, maybe not ice, though. That's a little loud for my ears. Probably loud for you, too. But we can do the aqua brick here. Tiny bit darker. Okay. I'm gonna try converting this into like my color scheme. So this is gonna be interesting. Alright, let's see. Because we're gonna do that as the base layer. And then that will be the ground. Alright. Alright, yeah, let's just get rid of it because we have the one we could copy over there. But I'm probably gonna want to change it a bit. Alright, we're almost cleared it. Okay, when you set the weather to the creative hub, the sky looks so cool. Okay, what happened there? Weird. Alright, well let's actually want to place that dirt back down. And where was it? Frost. We want to get those saplings back. There we go. Did any others create a hole in the earth? Doesn't look like it. I may have to create a layer of bedrock again underneath, like I had before. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking we do that. There'll be like a entrance. And then we'll do the layer like this. There we go. All right, and then window. Those wind temple ones look nice. What about light temple? We could try a few of them. And then doors. The door large. Let's try a few. Okay. I am curious to see if this will work. That's a 3. Huh. So we could do that. It could be that maybe this is like... Idea is maybe like this one is like the entrance to each world. And then like people come out of like this side. So they're like almost like subway station. So like the teleporters let's say like there. Okay, I like this. I will have to see how I can like make this into a prefab long term. That could be cool. Is having like a teleporter building as a prefab. All right, let's see. Now, how do I want to do this? Oh, let's see. Maybe a little layer of ornate. Ooh. And then maybe we finish off with that layer. Okay. And then that goes across the top. There we go. Fire. Lantern. We'll get some of those. Cauldron, no. Candle. Temple. There it is. Oh no, that's what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And then roof. Apparently I can't spell. I did truth. Okay, so those are zinc, aqua cobble. All right, we'll get some of each of these. And we'll get some of that one too. There's so many good options. I'll try out those first though. All right, let's try out this one here first. Alright, let's see. Maybe I... I probably need to put a block down, don't I? Like that. And then... Okay, let's try that. Alright, and then we can do this ornate piece at the top. And then we'll do the flat bit of roof here. There we go. But I want to... There we go. I want to have it facing outward. And then we could do this. All right. Oh. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see about the last little bit here. We will try to get that all in. There we go. There, and then this one we'll do that way. And then there. All right, and then we can get rid of a little bit there, and we want to put in a window. Or I think that works better. Yeah, I like that. All right. This is, I think, coming along quite well. We will need to have some lights in here too. So we will, let's see, beam. Or torch. Let's see, torch. That could work. Let's try this out. It is kind of cool using this. Ooh. So I can't actually place those, it seems. So we want to do that. Okay. I like it. It is a first draft, that is for sure. But it is coming along. Alright, let's see. Maybe we'll try a different version over here. Have to clear out this bit here first. I do think I'll use the lanterns as the standard lantern for this one. Oh, looks like I got a little bit too trigger happy there. Alright, we are almost done here. Okay. So, we will put in a pillar there, and a pillar there. And then one there and one there. And there we go. This will really help lighten up everywhere. I do really like the vibe it gives. Like, I love that. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this, but I do think this is good for now. Or actually, it might be a bit better, tiny bit wider. Ooh. I'm gonna leave this like this for now. We can see. I will attempt some other testing though. Because we're gonna have like the buildings all there. So this will be a building too. Okay, that means I need to move that into here. Okay, and then let's light that area up there too. Essentially every corner of these squares we will make sure to have lit up. And that should kind of make sure it's all well lit. Because there is a night and there is a day, even in this creative world. But then I had to figure out how to clear the crazy dense fog. But that is now sorted. But it is super pretty. Like that sky. Wow. And if you're wondering what the mod is that I have, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I do have a seasons mod on, which helps with the time of day. Because normally you don't really know what the time is in the game. Unless you try to sleep and then it tells you. So that's why it's kind of handy. And you may think this is a lot of lanterns, but I think it'll be good for now. We could always take away. Alright, let's light that one up. There we go. And we'll get this one in here too. There we go. I do like the symmetry. Oh, there we go. Mistakes are fixable, especially in this mode. And there. Oh, and one last one for this area for now. Alright, so we'll do the filling in of this area here. And we'll kind of fill in all these lined out cube areas and think of some other ideas for... Oh. Think of some other ideas for the teleporter kind of buildings. Okay, there we go. I thought about doing a super flat world, which is possible, but I thought it would just feel that much more kind of fun to create a void world and kind of build the world from nothing. It's like you could have like an amusement park down the road, like you could do all sorts of things that could be lots of fun. Like I do want to try making a roller coaster eventually. Like I think that would be a ton of fun. If you've watched any of my other Hytale streams, especially the more recent ones, I get a little carried away with the minecarts. So I think it'll be really cool to have a section of the hub world be somewhere you could just kind of have fun, enjoy yourself on a minecart roller coaster. And then, yeah, in the creative world, though, is one that I'm thinking will be a place where people can kind of explore their creativity and submit a prefab for me to review to possibly have it added in as a permanent structure into the hub world as like a decoration, a custom building. It could be anything. And if it makes sense, then it could be a permanent thing that you gotta show off and say, hey, I built that. I am probably doing this very inefficiently. I have not learned all the tools yet, but this is what I know how to do so far. Like I even was trying out that building creation tool, created a generic building, but wasn't really a fan of it. But it did help me get the inspiration or the kind of version 1 of our teleporter buildings. And we'll probably end up having many versions of them down the road. I'm not going to make all of them yet, just in case I figure out how to do prefabs. I don't know how hard it is yet, but if I can do a prefab, then I could just kind of copy paste it, which will be very helpful on something like this. If I'm going to have 8 of them in total, so it'll be saving me the time of building another 7. Or I might even have a 9th or something. Oh! A 9th one maybe for like a moderation, like our mod slash staff location. But who knows? But having it as a prefab that I can just load in, like a pre-built teleporter building that can be configured, that would be quite handy. Still not sure if I'll do it that single style or not yet, but it could be different over time. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to do here? Tentacle. It raises a mountain. What about this? Specialize. Let's see. Hitbox, laser pointer, ruler. Ooh, that ruler one might be useful. Okay, that could be handy. Ooh. Okay. Huh. Geyser spawners and light sources. Interesting. So I could like put a light source in. And then there's signage. There's even some like technical ones like this one here, like a neon sign. But can we actually type on them yet? That's one thing I want to know. Can we type on these things? Just put like a billboard on this thing. Oh my goodness, it's like a billboard. Okay. Let's just delete it. That's pretty cool. But what does this do? And then can I like, I just want to clear out that. No? What about the dark sample? Okay, how do I place these? Do I have to place it on a wall? I am clicking. Oh. Okay. So, if I say do this, I could then do something like that, I think. And then, let's see. I am very confused here. Wait. How did I get it the first time? Oh. Why? I am so very confused on how that works, but so I don't know if I'll do a sign yet. But for now, let's kind of extend this out. All right. Do I want this actually going this long, though? Well, it's so satisfying doing that. Oh, that was so satisfying. Okay. So, let's see. And then we want the ornate ones going along the edge. There we go. I'll see how far this is with that ruler tool. We'll get to try that out. There we go. Cool. All right, let's try it out. How does this work? So, we place it there, and then... Oh, that is so handy. So it's like, okay, so 35. Okay, that is really cool. Oh. And then Q. Okay. That is so handy. So now I know that that is 35 blocks out from this center area. And then I could do, let's say, that, and then we could have it just end. And then there. So 36 blocks out goes to there. Okay. This is going to be so cool. Let's start getting these other bits extended out. Like even just having this area here, I didn't realize how small it is, and like how big 37 blocks or whatever 35 blocks feels. So like having a world that's 100 by 100 actually makes quite a lot of sense. Because when I did some research, that's what it recommended as a minimum for a hub world. Because you want to have enough space to have everything you need. I don't know if I'll end up having 100 by 100, but we'll see. This will be the first kind of layer of it all. It might be more 75 by 75, but we will see. Alright, so let's try this again. So we will measure from here. How do I get it onto there? Oh, okay. Q. There we go. Ah. So then that goes into there. And we want to, so that is 40. That that means we want to then measure from there. Okay. And then, oh, interesting. It does like a percentage distance too. Cool. All right, and then let's see. We are at 32. That is super helpful. I love that. Wow. Okay, so now then that should be 40. It is. Nice. Okay. All right, let's go out this way and we will continue building it out. There we go. Not quite in line yet. Probably a little bit more. And then we can now go over here and continue it over. Oh, hi, Moon. I'm doing all right. How are you? I am learning as I do it, kind of the whole creative world stuff. I am creating the hub world of the Blizzard Den server. So it's a work in progress. I'm just finishing up this corner here. I had to kind of do a little bit of research to figure out how to create a void world. And so what that means is I literally had nothing but one block, and then now I'm just adding everything block by block and learning how these creative mode tools work. Like I just kind of learned how this ruler tool works. You can like create a start point, and then it can let you measure the distance between that start point and another point. So I'm trying to make sure that every outer bit goes to 40, and then it lets me kind of easily check without having to count it manually every time. I still have the old world there. Like I can even actually go over there and show you. I've actually made multiple worlds in this server now. So if I go TP world, my other one is this one here. So yeah, it's still here. It I made sure to empty my entire inventory before going into the new one to check it out, but yeah, I still have this world, so don't worry, it is still there. But I figured this one might be my personal world in the server, and then I'll have a kind of community world and a hub world for more people to share. So then I eventually, ideally, will be able to have this be open to anyone, which will be really cool. It's definitely been a learning curve figuring out all of this, but I think it's going to be worth it. But yeah, today is just kind of a chill stream. Doing some creative building. Like this here is the teleporter room. I'm kind of figuring out how I want to do it. Like, this is my version 1 so far. Because I'm thinking I'll have a entrance portal room and an exit portal room for each world. And yeah, I don't. Let's delete that one. There we go. But yeah, it's going to be a definite learning curve with everything. Like I learned that you can have like prefabs and stuff. There's also this interesting one that's like literally an advertisement sign that's in the game files. Oh, okay. I don't know what that one's from, but it's interesting. Like, I don't know what that's for, but it's in the asset files. Like, I typed in, what is it? I think I typed in neon. Oh no, I typed in sign, and it came up. I do have some mods in, so I'm not sure if that's from that, but it doesn't look like it, because it would say the mod name usually. Yeah, this is my first version of the teleporter rooms. I might try out another one, but for now, I am building out the kind of like the ground of the whole world, because hence the name of a void world. It was void of anything in it, and it is super satisfying flying around and just kind of spamming the place button. Oh, is music stopped? No, it's just a long pause between songs. Okay. Yeah, some cool stuff. Like, I've got my frostwood trees growing. I am trying to keep with the snow kind of ice blizzard theme here. Hence the name of the server. It's the Blizzard Den. But yeah, it's kind of cool learning it all. I did try learning all of this with Minecraft, but it was a little bit overwhelming, and the way that Hytale's made it like so user friendly, like I haven't spent too long and I've learned so much. But yeah, when I had the idea for the Blizzard Den when I discovered there were frozen trees. And that was like, I think a month ago when I discovered that. And I was like, since then, I'm like, I want to have a Blizzard themed server. And I was like going through all the block types and like kind of scanning them all and seeing like what could kind of keep up with that theme. And these aqua bricks are just so cool. Yeah, my plans are to have a bunch of worlds, but it will rely on update 6. So I'm hoping they release that into regular channels soon, because the reason for that is they have trigger volumes in update 5 already, but you can't use trigger volumes to teleport between worlds yet. And in update 6, you can. And that's kind of what I want to do. I want to have a way for people to go into a room that will teleport them between the various worlds that I have set up. It does mean I've got more time to have the whole world system configured, but it is really cool. And I am thinking I'll put like more of these frostwood chunks on the corners of this whole bit here too. Alright, let's see. We want to count it. So the way we count is we right click on the spot we want to start with, and then we could just keep going. Let's see how far this is already. There we go. Alright, 37. So we need 2 more. And there we go. That's the distance. Yeah, I thought this ruler tool would be useful, but it is very useful. Especially when you want to have it all go like how you want. There we go. Alright, and then we can go back over here. and continue it down. Yeah, how was your stream, Moon? I think I saw you were playing Stardew Valley. And then there. Yeah, it's really nice how the Hytale team, like the Hypixel Studios team, has made all these tools so user-friendly. Okay, let's go do this next jut out here. And we'll set the anchor point. There we go. And then go all the way up. 33. Got a little more to go. And there we go. So we got that. There we go. And that should be 40. Or did I lose a spot? Let's reconfigure it. There we go. Don't know what happened there, but... And there we go. 40. Nice. Okay, and then we can go... There we go. Interesting how it does like a little trail of smoke behind you. Alright, there we go. Alright, and then we could do the 3 there. Nice. And then we fill in the inner bit here. Alright. So now we need to start expanding out these branches. Then we can kind of count out how far this is after that, because I'm thinking this is going to be pretty far. But we'll see how wide it's going to be. All right. There we go. That's one corner connected. And then we'll get this corner done here. Oh, a little too far there. That's fine. There is nothing that can't be fixed, right? All right. I am now very curious, so we will do a quick ruler check on this outer edge here. So we'll take our ruler tool here, place it on the edge here, and fly way over to the other corner. $118. All right. I think we have to go out just one more for everything. It's gonna be annoying, but I think it's needed. Or we can make it to 200 by 200. Long term, we'll start off with this. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead. We'll start off with this size and work our way to a 200 by 200. Because long term, I do want it to be an even number. Or not even number, a whole number with 100 in it. Or like an increment of 25s. So if it's like 175 or something like that, that might be better. Alright, and then that there. There we go. And then keep this going down to the other end. I do like that black smoke trail. Alright, and then we'll get rid of this anchor point here. There we go. And alright. Why is that? I'm not getting like the pace. There we go. No? Okay. And then we'll continue here. There we go. That was so satisfying. And we'll connect up this last little bit here. And then that's all the ornate stuff almost. Yeah. Then it's just this little bit here to finish it up. And then we'll do the inside of the pathing. It is so satisfying doing this though. Like I could do this for hours if I wished. Which I'll end up kind of doing tonight, but hence why I'm doing it. It's enjoyable. And it's really cool, like, I built this. All of this so far. Alright, there we go. This is probably pretty ambitious for first creative mode build, but hey, if I'm not anything, I am ambitious. I think it's gonna be well worth it. There we go. Oh, didn't get the pace right. There we go. And the angle. And there we go. Nice. We got that quadrant kind of cornered off there. Alright. And let's keep Get this going. All right, we are getting close. So satisfying this. Okay, there we go. We'll do a bit more of the pathing here. Oh, there we go. Oh, got butterfingers right now. I think this might be the last stretch. Yes, it is. Nice. Okay. All right, there we go. And we can clear off this last here. So how frequent is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1. That's 9. So it's 1, 2, 3. Oh, why am I doing this? That's what I need to do. So then it's just all right. I was like, why am I counting it out? I have the perfect tool for this. Like literally, it's made for this spacing. Like, literally couldn't be a more perfect tool for me. I suck at counting things when they look so similar. And then, there we go. And then another 8. And we can get rid of that one there. Then another 8. And then we'll do another one there. All right. And then since it's going to be a mirror, ooh. Idea. Rails. It is a shame that they don't have nicer looking rails. That is something I might have to look into. See how hard it is to kind of make a mod of custom rails. Oh, I need that back. There we go. Because that will be awesome if I could. And also, I think being able to place a rail on a slab that is like on a platform, so like say, where is it? That is a roof. Yeah, say I do this one. And then I do that there. So say I do like, say this. No worries, Moon. Well, yeah, like, you should be able to put like a rail on that, I feel. Like that would be really cool if you could put rails on slabs. But I might put like a rail loop, maybe. I think that would be cool. On the outskirt of it, like kind of one big loop. Yeah, I think that would be good. Let's put these here. So we're gonna expand this a little bit more. And what do we want the underside of the rails to be? Ooh. Dark. Let's see. Dark. Probably gonna get some. Yeah, these technical blocks are like not really stuff that you're meant to build with, I don't think. Just spawn in a hammerhead shark. You ride that around, that'll be interesting. Okay. That's not quite what I was looking for. What about black? Ooh. That could be what I need. And then... yeah, let's do that. So this will be a outer ring of black. And then, let's see. Okay, yeah. I like that. Like these long stretches will be like our stations, as to say. And then, let's see. We want some stairs. Yeah, do that there. Yeah, let's move those around there. Oh, nope. Okay. Does it not place any other direction? Like, can I not do it like that way? No? Huh. Well, it won't matter anyways. We'll do 3 wide, and I'm going to put some stairs on either side as like a kind of tunnel thing. And then ornate on the edge. And then like that. There we go. And then that will be 2 high there. Okay. And then the rail will go in the center. Nice. Now just have to build this around the whole thing. It won't be too hard though. Especially with this being creative mode. Like, it would be a lot harder if this were in the adventure mode, but like, I wouldn't be able to do this in adventure mode, or at least not that easily. Oh, that's so satisfying. It's like I'm in space with all these like particles. Kind of cool. After I do the layer around, I'm probably gonna put the lanterns up the pathing, because I think that will be needed as we build through each day cycle, so that it's not as dark for you viewers. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, we're wrapping it around and connecting it up here. And there we have it. Now we just have to do that a bunch more times for the rest of it, but for now we will do our like lanterns. So I want to measure out how far it is from this point to the end here. Okay, so 53. What does that divide into? Gotta do my math. $53 divided by... Okay, well, we'll do the standard 8 as we did before, and then we'll see how much it needs to be after that. Because if we start this way, then it will be a bit better, I think. And then the other lantern be right there. Already so much better. And then Q, and then right click there, count out to 8. This tool is honestly so helpful. I'll do one side and then mirror it on the other. All right, let's see. And then we want to get rid of, clear that one and start again. There we have it. And pillar. Little hydration break there. All right. And then this will be the last 8 increment. And then we'll just put one on the corner. There we go. And then we'll do the mirroring. Make it look a little nice with the symmetry. missed the pillar or beam. Alright, I'm kind of thinking, do I do that? Which I think might make sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, having more lighting is better than not enough. And let's clear that there. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. Now let's continue our count. Alright, that's that block right under me. We want to get that lit up. There we go. Alright. It does look like just a bunch of lanterns, but as we flesh it out, it will be quite nice. I may reduce the number eventually, but I think for now it's better to have more light. Alright, let's keep the count going. There we go. Oh. I need to... There we go. Right click, not left click. And then that's right underneath us. There we go. And then that is underneath. That's the easiest way to be able to tell that it's where it is. Or at least that I find. And then we place the one on the ends here. Oh, and we need beams for those. Can't be too hasty. And then we can put the wood bit here. There we go. And then that will be like that. Oh, no. One more set. There we go. And then, let's see. So, that's like that. Then what you want to count out from this way over to the other one. And hit Q. And we count out this way. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Let's see. I could actually just do the increments of 8. I think that should work. 24. And then 32. And then 40. And then 48. All right. That was actually a lot faster. Learning how to use these tools more efficiently over time. Because yeah, like if I didn't know about that ruler tool, I'd be manually counting and then miscounting, then having to redo things. It's so handy. I'm already figuring out how to be more efficient. Like this stretch here, did it way faster. And made a tiny mistake there, but it is all fixable. All right. Now we will continue down this way. We will place our anchor point. Actually, yeah. And we'll, there we go. And then all the increments of 8. And then let's continue here. Oh. Oh. That's a new thing. It's like a double count. Interesting. That is something I didn't know. You can like... Cool. Alright. Well, I kind of messed it up there. Let's just restart that. Alright. And then I think there's just the one last one here. Yep. And then we just do the corner. And then we mirror it all. There we go. Nice. Cozy lantern lit walkway. And let's get the lanterns on now. Oh, it looks like the sun is starting to rise at 4:27 a.m. Okay, that isn't summer type, or I guess in the game it thinks it's spring. But that is an early morning rise. Wow. That is before I'm normally awake. Most people aren't awake at that time yet, but... Oh, there's the moon. I don't think you can ever get to the moon in this game, but... Yeah. Alright, well let's try wrapping this from one station to the other. Kind of do it incrementally, but not everything at once. Like, do a corner at a time. Then we don't kind of leave it too long before this other stuff worked on. Like maybe I'll focus on this corner, and then that way I can kind of see how it will look before committing to the whole thing for the whole station. Like none of this is like final, but it might be like this for a while. Even as I'm doing it, I'm slowly figuring out how to do things, how to be better at building. It is all a learning process, and a fun one at that. Let's see. I do think it was right to do the black wood. I think that works well with the outer trim. All right, almost there. We'll do another layer of the ornate. I feel like if it were me, I would like watching something like this and just like have it on while I'm like working on something or eating dinner or something like that. Be like almost like an ASMR thing. At least that's what I hope this type of stream is for people right now. A nice, cozy, laid-back thing that you can just kind of relax to. Okay, we're almost there. Did I miss one there? Yes, I did. Okay. Let's see. And then we want to do the inner bit of ornate. Oh, a little bit of skipping there. Alright, let's see what this will be. We'll lay down the track and then see how this goes. Oh. I do like the sound effects. Like when you break things, it actually kind of reflects the noise that that type of block will do. Alright, let's see. Oh, not getting the pace. There we go. Now I have it. Yeah, she's been doing alright, cosplay guy. The only glitch is that sometimes she talks about other games. Alright. Let's see. Come on. Why is that not continuing? There we go. Look at that go. There we go. Alright. Now we need a minecart. We want to test this. And let's see. I'll get rid of that one. I'll put that. Alright. And can we like connect them? Oh, okay. I'm gonna put myself into adventure. Actually. Oh, my volume's quite low. What about now? Is that better? Is that a bit better volume there? Still quite low. What about now? Is that better? Turn it up a little bit. Alright, now it's at 0, so it should be better. I'll keep talking for a bit more, and I'll go into adventure mode. Or maybe the music might be a little bit louder. Okay, I will... Don't think I can actually boost it anymore right now. I'll have to look at that. Oh, you don't hear any music. What about now? Because I do have monitoring going, so like, I'm not sure if it's your... It might be your audio maybe, because I have monitoring going on my OBS, so it should be what people can see or hear, I mean. Because in the recordings, it comes through. Like I go from the recordings from Twitch. So I need to do game mode. How do I go into this? Oh. No. Okay. Okay. That was a failure. Okay, I will give a shot at that. And I will do some troubleshooting after this, but thanks for the heads up. Alright, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that floating minecart there. Yeah, she is working well. Thank you again for letting me test it out. I think to truly test this minecart, though, I will have to create the full loop because otherwise I will. Currently I stream and I record, like play on one computer. I am looking into doing a dual PC setup, but I do not have that up yet. So right now it is all on one computer, so eventually I will get the capture card set up. I have one. I just haven't had the time to configure it. But still, for now, I am on one device for streaming and playing on. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. I think Drift has been testing that. All right, let's see. Got the ornate layer there. Yeah, I agree with you, since especially games like Hytale, they are very CPU heavy and a bit of GPU, especially with all the rendering. So it might not be the best to try it on a game like this. Like, even though it is a voxel game, it's surprising how much resources they use. Alright, we are slowly getting our rail perimeter system set up. Alright, thank you for popping by. Take care. Alright, you can still see the minecart just floating there. Okay. I know I said I was going to work on one quarter at a time, but I think the rail, to test it properly and see how it feels, needs to be practically fully built. At least the foundation layer. So that will be where we do it. We are getting close, though, to having the full, like, base of the rail system on. Or down, I mean. Then we can do the kind of walls of it later. Alright. Kind of like we got a walkway path and a minecart path. is kind of cool. This is very satisfying. All right, let's see. We're almost back at the start there, so we can start placing some more tracks, and then we could truly test the loop. I think it'll be pretty fun. All right. Almost there. Yeah, there's that bit there, so we can connect it up. I have no idea how many blocks I've placed at this point, but definitely it's probably in the thousands. All right, let's see. Oh, a little mistake, but we can fix it. And there we go. We have the full perimeter. There. Now let's place our rails. It is railing time. There we go. All right. Get rid of the stray pieces there. And then we go off to the back here, and we keep going. Nice and easy. Keep the momentum. We'll go check out that spot that had the missing piece later. Get rid of those pieces there. Oh. Come on. There we go. There's the momentum. Have to go to that spot after to fix it. And there we go. We'll go fix these spots up now. And we'll clean up the extras. And before I forget where this one was, let's go do that spot there. All right. There it is. And then we have this bit here. All right. Now we can connect up the final bit for the loop. Oh, why is it not continuing? There we go. All right. Now we can test it out. Just get these last little bits pieced in. All right. Game mode A, B. All right. Do the full loop. Going around the corner. There we go. Enter in a station. Okay, so it doesn't really stop. You just kind of have to spam the F key to hop out at the station, but that's fine. But that's actually really cool. Okay. I'm liking this. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but hey, we don't need it to be too fast. Just need it to be functional and helpful. And then we can... Oh, it does stop. Cool. Alright, let's go back to creative. Oh. Okay, I did not mean to do that, but let's fix that. Okay, so I think that's good for that. Let's continue with the lanterns. So go from there. And then that's now a lantern spot. Do a little chair adjustment. And then let's see, now we want number 16, the increment of 8. There we go. 24. And then 32. And as you know it, 40. And then 48. And then the corners, we like doing a bit more than needed. And then we can mirror it on the outer bit. Alright, and then the lantern's on top. Okay. There we go. Oh. That one did not go where I wanted it, did it? I think it'll be cool if they ever do like switch tracks, like so you could have multiple routes from one starting location. That'll be neat. Okay, so I want to clear that now. There we go. Oh. There. So we got lanterns on those two edges, and now we need lanterns on this edge. Okay, so, oh, there we go. And 8, that goes to here. And there. And then that one is right there. And then that one's right underneath me, nice and easy. All right. 32. Buckle your shoe. I don't know why that came into my head, but... All right. And while we're here, we'll fix this little bit here. I think I also did that. I can't remember, but let's try it out. I think that works. Yeah. All right. And then we'll clear out that ruler spot, whatever it is, the hover point. That's what it's called. Okay. And then lantern. There we go. All right, let's see. Is there like a machine? Ooh. I could like consider this maybe the... This could be like the, what you call it? The ticket machine. Can I like place there? No. Yeah, like it could be like, I can call that like the ticket machine on each station. I'm not sure how I'm gonna place it yet. Or I could do that. Yeah. That'll be cool. Alright. Yeah, we got a lot of foundation work going so far. Let's continue on with the lanterns. So let's release our point. There we go. And number 8. 8 and 8. And then continue up. There we go. 16. And then 24. And then that is 30. And then the 40 is the next one here. And then 48. And then the corners, here we are. All right. And we'll have to do that in the other way around too. Let's get rid of that and place it there. I'm gonna do all the beams first, and then we'll do the lanterns. All right, let's see. And then 24, there we go. And then 32. Feel like it's like a children's counting game almost, like 1 wahaha. Whereas I'm going at 8. All right, there we go. So now we can put lanterns, make this look all pretty. Try not to make mistakes, but mistakes are always fixable. At least in games they are. Or often fixable. Sometimes it's storyline things where if you kill someone, you can't bring them back, but right now, that won't be a problem. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I didn't really realize how long it takes to build something of a large scale. Or at least in my experience level with the tools and all the abilities. And of course, because I died off of the minecart, it said I died there. But that's fine. Alright, well let's do this bit here. Do I need to clear anything? I don't think I do. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. There we go. And then to 16. There we go. And then to 24. All right, let's make sure I'm right over it. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm on the one before or after or on it. And then 32. There we go. I think that was it. Was that 32? Yes. Okay. All right. There we go. Now let's do these lanterns. And get this bit lit up. Not sure if I'll put fencing on yet or not. But that might be a decision I make. Maybe I won't fill in everything yet. Because it could be cool to have some open to the below areas. Have like some sky bridges, as it would. Alright. Well, let's connect up these paths with lighting. And then we'll work on the kind of the walls of the cart system. Get that done a little bit more. Oh, that is a beautiful sunset. Alright, let's clear this hover point. There we go. And we'll place one right there. And pillar. And then another pillar here. And pillar. And another one. And another. And the last one here, right there. And then let's mirror it on the other side here. Alright. Clear that. Place that there. Pillar, pillar. Pillar and pillar. And our two pillars there. And we got two more here. Alright, there we go. And then the last two right here. Okay. Now we do our lanterns. And we'll see how this goes. Alrighty. Oh. And we get to this side, and then we'll have all the lanterns that we'll want for quite a while, I think. Because this adds a lot of lighting to our area. Alright. I do like how the frostwood is growing in here. I'll see if I eventually want to change out what it's growing out of, like maybe make it grow out of ice or something. That could be cool. But let's continue off the outer wall here. Or at least a little bit more here. Oh, that did not continue. There we go. And then we want to continue this out this way. Nice. Make it wrap around. And then that go all the way up to here. Come on. Oh, interesting. So I can't place a block there. That is weird. I guess it takes up a little bit behind it. I'll have to see another way of kind of making the feeling of a ticket machine. Okay, let's see. There we go. And then we'll go all the way up to this one here. So I do think it looks nicer going up to there. And then let's see. What about the other bits? Yeah, that one I did it like that. It is fun flying. That one I did like that. And then this last station over here. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even redo it. There we go. All right. Then we need to do the outer decorative bit now still. Now that that's been done. Oh. Get that all the way to the edge. Oh, that was a little bit of a mistake there, but we can fix it. All right, let's see. I want to get a little bit farther on this. I'm thinking that we do like a stairs or something. Eventually up over this like kind of subway system. That's kind of my vision. It could be like a little town eventually. But for now, it'll be the perimeter. Okay, I think that's the whole thing. All right, how does the corner look with this? Okay, good. It does actually wrap like that. And then how does it look like this? Cool. I do like how it's like dynamic. That will take a while because I don't know if I can spam click it like that. Yeah, I don't know if I can. So we will kind of just do it pretty repetitively. And then, yeah, I might just do this one bit here. Like this, wrap this bit to the corner. Kind of as a sample, or what is it? Yeah, a sample. To get a feel for it. See if this is what I want long term. And then let's see, can I do it like this? Yes. Okay, I like that. Then it's like a entrance into it. I will have to figure out how I want to do the lighting in here. Because I think it will be like enclosed, like a tunnel. So maybe we figure this out with this bit here. Okay, let's see. So if I do... I might do some windows in here too. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna give this a shot and see how this will look. Oh, we missed a staircase there. Oh, and that one I didn't want to put in. All right, let's see. It is pretty dark already. Wow. Let's put that one there. I like those windows though. Yeah. Yeah, that's really coming along there. All right, let's see. And then we could do, what do we do here? How will we do this? That's gonna be a tunnel, and we want a roof. We just gotta go across it? Maybe? That could work. And then do we just... No, we have to go a little higher, I think. There we go. What about that? And we can have torches on the side. That could work, but do they have like wall mount torches elsewhere? Let's see. Like if they could put this on the wall, that would be cool. But I don't know if you can. Yeah, I don't think you can, but that is annoying. What about these? Can you put them on anything? These you can put on the wall, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or we could just start off with torches. Yeah, maybe we do that. Let's start off with just torches for now as the light source while we figure that out. And then we will go from there. But I think we've got a good start for this. It's gonna be a pretty big undertaking, this whole thing here. Yeah. But let's get those windows in. There we go. All right. And then I might want to put a window on the other side too. Make it symmetrical if I can here. And then let's keep on building this tunnel. I did not think I would be building a minecart tunnel when I started this stream. But hey, things happen. Often for the better. This one I'm hoping it is. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can start spamming this in. Yes, we can. Nice. So much faster. All right. Look at that wall go. All right, let's just do that for now. And then, let's see. We will want to do this, I guess, every 8. So we will do that. There we go. This will give us a good amount of light too, which will be helpful. We'll do another bit here. That's to 16. Oh, we want it up 1 there. There we go. Yeah. And then to 24. 32. 40. And then 48. And then I think this is where it gets a little bit more frequent. And we'll kind of do them on the corners here, like that. All right. Now we have a bit more lighting in here, which is going to be really helpful. All right, let's keep filling it in. There we go. One thing I think it would be cool is if you could like connect minecarts to each other and have like a kind of train of minecarts. And then you can have like that go off and have people be able to hop on, hop off, like a hop on, hop off bus. And it could just be doing a constant loop. That would be cool. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's now get this layer going. Nice and easy. Alright. Come on. There we go. I'm getting so much more efficient as I'm learning these tools. Like they're like ice fireflies in a way, the things flying in the sky, the particles. It's kind of cool. All right, there's the walls. Now it's just building up the roof. Once we have this stretch done with the roof, and then the other side with the torches, we'll do a little test run through it. All right, let's see. There we go. I might try it first, actually, with just what we have. Okay. I actually think 1 set is enough. We can have like both sides for the actual stations. But I think that's good. yeah, I like this. Okay. So yeah, we've literally built pretty much this whole server world today. We planted out these trees, all the lanterns, the dirt, the roads, the paths, the perimeter, this whole rail system. We got like the start of what will be the kind of the tunnel. I like these windows. Are they different each time I place them? Or are those... I'm curious. Huh. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but like that looks different than this one. But yeah, so this was a nice laid back stream. Next time I do Hytale, I will be continuing working on this. I might, between now and I think Thursday will be when I do this next, I might like continue the tunnel around the whole thing, and I will figure out how to make this building into a prefab and see how that whole process works, because that would be really helpful to know how to make things into prefabs so I can make one and then copy them. But yeah, so this was a lot of fun learning and testing and trying things out. But yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in, and yeah, we're gonna go find someone to raid.